Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of our Jacked Up Lives. I have Bradley on today. This is Brad McCullough.
Yes, sir.
Me and him went to high school together. We're good buddies. It's funny. Like majority of the ones I record, I'll like write something down. As you can see, I have
No,
absolutely nothing written down. So let's just kind of see where this goes. One thing that was kind of interesting. We're just gonna start off with this, even though like whatever.
Yeah.
There was somebody who we both know, who like. Let's say we didn't have the best history with on in high school, and like they recently followed this podcast.
Oh, really?
Which was really interesting to me. I'm not gonna throw out names.
Yeah, I was like, I'm curious afterwards. You gotta tell me.
Yeah, but no, but it's just like it was kind of weird because I looked at it and I was like, huh, like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, literally.
Because it's like like a lot of people like you don't know very well during high school, and like people are way more similar than we make ourselves out to be.
Everyone thinks that everyone's so different, but it's not.
I know, and it's funny because like seeing that, I was kind of like, well, it's one of two things. It's either he's fucking with me, or it's like he genuinely is interested in what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, cool.
So I mean that's cool, I guess.
Yes,
but.
Yeah.
It's not like I can really waste my time thinking about it either.
No, I know, exactly.
You're
just kind of like, oh, whatever. Like, whoever joins, whoever likes it. Whoever doesn't like it,
yeah, man. Exactly. Like, you can...
live your life.
Yeah, you can just watch this if you want to. I don't care. I'm putting it out for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really,
either way it's going to go up.
Yeah, I don't give a damn about, like, who looks at this, who doesn't. But, like, that was really fucking weird to me. Because I was looking at it, and I was just kind of like, really?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
who?
Really?
Why?
I'll go ahead and cut it. It was...
That's actually so funny.
Isn't it weird?
That is so weird.
Yeah, man. Because it's like we didn't get along. Let's just say that.
Yeah, we did not.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a little bit nicer to me more than you, I'd say.
Maybe.
But
I mean, I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna like look back at it and freak out about it because it's like I mean whatever happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's not like I need to actually like care about like what people think of me anymore. And this was kind of funny. Like I didn't write anything down, but this was definitely the thing I want to start off with. It was just like talking about high school.
Yeah, just high school.
Because when we talk about high school, we dive into that
dive it. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. Like, what the heck? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, man.
It's so crazy.
I mean, we got a lot to talk about from high school too.
We do. It's funny.
Like, I mean, we got like everything from first of all going to a Catholic high school and just all the bullshit that entails.
Yeah.
Then we get the whole like drama of a Catholic high school.
And then not only that, our counselor is in jail.
Convicted and in jail. Was he convicted? I don't know.
He was convicted.
He was. Oh shit.
Yeah. So he's yeah.
But yeah, so like we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
I know it's so funny. I was actually telling her the other day. I was like,
we have a lot of audience today. Brad's girlfriend Kaylee's here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. So yeah, it's so crazy how like the counselor, the counselor, he was just like always like I always thought it was so weird like having a fucking wall, like a gallery of all these like girls, and I'd always
you'd walk
be like,
into his office and you'd just see like pictures of girls' headshots in there, and
yeah,
it's just like no one even questioned it, but it's like, why?
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing? No, I always questioned. I was like, what the heck? Like, there's no way that this is a normal like situation. Like, oh my god, it's so great how he'd always like treat like girls or like different genders differently than everyone else. It was wild.
Yeah, he would. Was that my phone or was that? I think it was my watch. Don't worry about it. I was just dispelling the water from my shower earlier.
Okay. Showering.
But yeah, no. So with that though, it was really fucking weird. Like, because that's the thing about like a lot of high schools, man, is if you get, especially in schools where like it's hard to replace people because no one wants to work there because you don't make any damn money. You attract a lot of people who only want to be there.
For weird or Catholic reasons.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
Working with like people who are Catholic too is even tougher because it's like, Catholicism's a cult.
Oh, dude,
I don't
literally.
I don't want to like go ahead and shit on people's religions.
Well,
but,
yeah.
Like, I grew up in that, and come on.
Not only that, if Jesus saw the way we were like, I mean, he was all against like religion, or like not religion, but he was against like
Jesus didn't like religion.
Yeah, no, but it's so weird because he just wanted like a lifestyle. I feel like like it was literally just like, hey, like don't worship stuff.
Yeah.
And then what are we doing? We're worshiping like all these saints, like Mary, his mom, him, and he was like, no, like see me as like a role model, but like don't like worship me. I mean, that's what I got from it at least.
Yeah, and what's crazy too is like if you read the book for yourself, it's a lot different than if you get it interpreted from someone else.
Literally.
I mean, you can even see that in news today.
Yeah,
you know, like that kind of a thing. It's like people want you to view things in a certain way so they can control you.
Yeah.
Like that's what all of those religions were for the longest time, especially with Catholicism, Christianity. Those are the worst ones for it. But it's tough because that's what we grew up in. So for me, it's like I grew up in it. I've been told this is right the entire time, and then I look back and now it's like I don't really know about like the majority of things that they teach.
Yeah, no, and not only that, but like I mean, even so, I saw this Netflix documentary. It was called The Social Dilemma.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, literally, it's so good. I thought it was pretty good. But it's the same thing, like what you were saying, like the whole like misinformation. It's like we're in a region, so they're gonna send us like what people around us read. So then, as a result, we're literally just gonna believe whatever the region is like telling us to.
Yeah.
So we have to like kind of find out from our own.
Well, it's even funny in that like documentary alone, like they were trying to push their own values on people too.
Literally.
Yeah,
I
they
know.
were.
And I was like, well, okay, so they don't take our data and they just want us to. We're the product, obviously. I know that.
Yeah.
All you have to do is have self-control. It's a lot of everything is just self-control.
I mean, yeah. It's funny because it's just like you look at like a lot people get so upset about like drugs or get upset about like other things like that, and it's like, no, we need to work on our patience. We need to work on our own ability to handle these things, as opposed to like just seeing someone who has like crack cocaine and then just throwing them in jail. Like, what does that do? That just makes them want to smoke crack more. Like, are you dumb?
Exactly.
Like, that doesn't help.
Plus, it's like a lot of taxpayer money just gets almost thrown away, like in a way. And it's like it's not like they treat them. If they treated them humanely and they're like, listen, you're addicted. Let's get you help. Then it'd be different. They'd be able to go out to society, be a little bit better.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
you kind of just throw them in there.
You need psychological help.
Yeah,
more
literally.
than you need like. I mean, what does prison even do? Like you just throw somebody in there and then they get raped and they get beat up or they get thrown into solitary confinement.
Yeah, literally. And then they get out into the real world with all this abuse and they're like, well,
yeah,
let me go back to jail.
Real. Yeah, exactly. They're still freaked out because there's at least a little bit of structure. People who can't handle structure end up in jail because there's structure there.
Yeah, literally. There is. And it's, literally. They get, 3 meals a day or whatever. Yeah. They get, roof over their heads, as much as it sucks, but it's just like, they don't have to do anything. Yeah,
you're gonna be alive at least.
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna be cold now.
I've heard stories of people who purposely like broke into places just so they could get arrested and go to jail.
Yeah, literally.
Not even prison, because we were talking about prison like a little bit, but just like jail. Just like chill there and just like be there just so they don't have to be cold as shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, literally. And not only that, but like I think prisons get healthcare, right? Like the inmates.
I don't know enough about prisons.
Yeah, I don't know. But I heard somewhere.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, I mean, they obviously, because with all of COVID and stuff, they were being taken care of. So, they are. So, yeah, I would say they do receive some form of health care.
Yeah, some form. So.
Yeah, who knows exactly what it is.
That's true.
And, dude, like, do you remember, like, a while ago when we were talking about, like, solitary confinement?
Yeah,
like, about how, like, horrible it is?
Literally, because you're just alone. You're in the, like, dark, or like it's a white room. Oh my god, I couldn't.
Dude, the
imagine.
White room would drive me crazier than the dark one.
Literally,
that would make me go more nuts.
Because I would just sleep all day. I don't know. I'd just like imagine stuff, dream.
Well, I mean, I think the only thing that you could do is actually there was a really interesting story. Did you see Duncan Trussell's like thing on Netflix? Okay, so one of the dudes that he brings on there was this guy who was wrongly accused of killing kids. I think it was like by like a river or something. I don't know the story. But he was accused of killing kids, and he was in jail for years and years and years and years and years. Put into solitary confinement for years and years and years. So what he did, he just meditated and only did that. Really? So he was like, he just dove into it. Like he was only meditating, he was only doing all this stuff, and he just researched about all this stuff that I think he calls it magic. I don't know exactly what it is, but like it's more of a Western style thing. But all religions are the same, so I'm assuming it's just
some sort of
some form of that. So. Like he says, like now that he spends the majority of his time like meditating as opposed to actually being in the physical world, which is wild. Yeah,
that's actually so true. I feel kind of bad, almost, or maybe good for him, but like bad at the same time.
He isn't like upset about what happened to him in his life. He's made peace with it in that sense. So
that's pretty good.
There's really no reason to say it's bad or it's good.
Yeah,
but like It is what it is.
At least he has some sort of fees. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
For me, that drive me kind of insane. I'd be pretty pissed.
Yeah, me too. And I think a lot of it's like, 'cause, I mean, you kill kids in prison.
Yeah.
You're
I mean, it's gonna be treated bad.
They don't treat like people who are pedophiles or like
no,
that very
they
nicely.
treat them very. They kind of wail on them almost. And
Yeah,
it's pretty bad.
Well,
rightfully so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
understandable.
rightfully so.
But like, if you're gonna go to prison where no laws are there and you did something bad, like,
Yeah, no, someone will take care of it.
especially like hurting an innocent is just like not cool.
No, absolutely not.
But back to he just meditated all the time.
Really?
Like, yeah. So that was his solution to solitary confinement. So for him, I don't want to say it worked, but like, you know.
Well, yeah. So it's crazy because like I've heard like people can like almost hallucinate, or like if you really get down into that meditation, apparently you could like almost hallucinate, or like
you can see stuff.
Yeah, literally, it's so crazy. I've never understood how that happens, but apparently it's like this like it's the way you breathe almost.
Oh yeah,
which is so weird.
I don't. I'm gonna say the wrong word, but like hyperometric breathing, is that what it is?
No fucking.
I want to say hyperbolic, but I know that that's not it.
Yeah, no, I don't. I know that's a thing, but I have no idea what the word is. So it's just kind of like.
Yeah.
Whatever that happens, whatever that is. So apparently, like, there's some way to like almost help your brain heal from like either some of the trauma or maybe some of the like. For me, it'd probably be ADHD that I probably have that I have.
Right.
So it'd probably, if I meditated more, then maybe that'd be a thing. But too lazy to.
So Adderall.
Yes.
Tell me about Adderall. Because you said you had ADHD, correct?
Yeah,
Were you prescribed at any point?
I'm getting prescribed.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
So you haven't done it yet?
No.
What do you think about it?
Honestly, like, it would help me, but at the same time, it's one of those things where you shouldn't take it every day. Because once you get used to, like, taking it every day, if you don't take it for a day or whatever, it becomes almost like your ADHD almost becomes worse, which is so wild.
Really?
Because, yeah, like, I mean, it'd be the same thing as, so you know how I work at UPS or whatever?
Yeah.
One of the guys that I met, yeah, at UPS. So, one of the people that I met, he was actually telling me about his life story a little bit, and he was like, yeah, no, like, he was like, well, yeah, I was a heroin addict. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, what was that like? And he's like, well, like, at first it was, like, fine, and then all of a sudden, like, what ended up happening is, and this is what happens to a lot of addiction, you have this euphoric feeling or whatever.
Yeah.
And then what happens is you'll never have that again. So some people, they want to do more, so they try, like, upping it, and it ends up just being either an overdose, or it becomes the fact that every time they do it, they're never able to achieve it and be satisfied, because that first time is always the best.
Right.
So as a result, they keep trying to do it, and eventually it hits a level where you're normal, and this is a euphoric feeling. But after a while, since you're doing it so much, you start out the day under and not feeling normal, and you become sick. So in order to feel normal,
You just have to do it.
you have to do it.
Gotcha.
And that's what ends up happening with a lot of these like heroin addicts or like crack addicts. It literally is, they're not feeling normal. They have to do it in order to feel normal. And they end up either overdosing, or they end up hopefully going to rehab or something.
Right.
You know, if they have family members.
Yeah, but who even knows if rehab is really that successful? There's
Yeah,
plenty
no.
of people that go in and out of that shit all the time.
Literally, I know. I feel like you really have to like
It'd be
have
serious.
Yeah, serious. Not only that, but like you have to have someone literally there, like on your ass. Like, hey, if you don't fucking do this, something's gonna happen. And the problem is you can't like force someone in there.
No.
So
The minute you try and like
hard.
force somebody into doing something, I mean, they don't care.
yeah,
You know, like you can't force someone to do anything at all.
Yeah,
Like
literally.
against their will. That's not something that you can like actually like physically like count on, and especially for it to be effective. Like if
Yeah.
you want somebody to better themselves, you have to make them want to better themselves.
exactly. It has to be from within, which kind of it could be tough for some people. So
So you're saying that like with Adderall though, you don't want to do it too often.
no,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, it's an amphetamine, which is like I guess you could say that about like a lot of stuff where it's like, oh, this is the same thing as meth, but like it's not really.
Yeah, it's
like
not-
it's
yeah,
not
no,
really
it's-
the same thing as meth, but like,
yeah.
you know, it's a type of
It's almost it's a strain almost type of thing.
like it's
yeah.
real close to it.
Yeah.
It's a cousin for
Because
sure.
literally, it's almost like it's like you're wired basically. So you want to like get your stuff done.
Yeah.
But you can't. Yeah, if you're wired all the time, it takes a
Then
toll
you're
on your
not
brain.
wired.
Yeah, then you're like, oh my god, like what's going on? Especially with ADHD. I mean, you know that. I like
Yeah.
kind of go off and on things.
Yeah, just like jumping thing to thing.
Yeah, exactly. Especially on mine.
That's why I didn't write notes.
Exactly. You're so.
Yeah, I just haven't written anything down yet. We've just been rolling.
Yeah.
There's a lot of I don't know where I'm going with that intro, actually. Or that lead into something else.
Lead into something else.
What do you want to talk about, Brad?
Either, honestly, like high school or life. I mean, life in general.
Let's go back into high school.
High school?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. All right.
Hit that. Our teammate is a player on the Bears.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. No, good for him.
Good
Honestly,
for
like,
Cole,
literally.
man.
Yeah.
Good for fucking Cole.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
He killed it last game too.
He
I don't
did?
know. I don't know when this game when this one is coming out, but like the most recent game that they played, like he looked pretty fucking good. Like he was a leading
really?
receiver for a while.
Okay. You know,
But,
I'm
yeah.
a Packers fan, so
Oh,
well.
bitch.
So
That's
we still
fair.
won though. It's whatever.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Yeah. Well, it's not my fault.
Yeah.
I like a winning team. So
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep,
Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
go
I
there.
get it. The delusional thing about Bears fans, right, is I hate to say it. My roommate opened my eyes up to this, because I was already kind of like, all right, this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's like Bears fans, no matter what, they'll just like, it's just the delusion that we're a good team. It's just consistently because you get like a big enough city, right?
Yeah.
There are going to be enough people that are diehard fans.
Yeah.
No matter
literally,
what.
No matter what.
So you increase the amount of diehard fans, it really kind of lets you dive into it a little bit more when
Exactly.
you're not like totally like diehard. Because like I like a winning team too. I love my Bears no matter what.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like also, if they're not doing well, I'm not gonna act like they're doing well. They're 8-8, and somehow they made the fucking playoffs, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, literally. Not only that, but like, say New York, for example.
Yeah,
New
those
York,
guys are trash.
Both teams are so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But you have all these diehard fans, and they're just like, next year. It's like, no.
It's like, no, your
No,
team
you
is
suck.
garbage. Like
Literally.
there's nothing that is happening in the front office, coaching, or players that is
Yeah.
going to make your team better, but you still show up every year expecting like a trophy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, nope. Sometimes you just got to accept the loss,
Yeah. The biggest delusion was for Cubs fans, too.
Oh, my God.
For the
Literally
longest time. The longest... Well, I mean, I guess it really not for us.
No.
We got lucky. We
Yeah.
clipped the end of the
Yeah,
curse.
literally, all right, yeah. No, literally, I mean, what was that? It was like 3 years where they were just a top-notch team,
Yeah,
and
they
then
were good.
recently they were just like, just
They
something
gave up.
happened.
I
Yeah,
don't,
gave
I
up.
don't, I don't know what happened, but they just
Yeah.
threw away all their players. So
Yeah, literally.
whatever. I'm not gonna. I don't want to make this about sports entirely. But
Yeah,
like,
no.
it's cool to see the psyche behind the fans.
Yeah,
Because
like,
again, like what I was saying with the whole bandwagon thing, not bandwagon, but like diehard fans that are just absolutely just like out of their mind that think that like we have a chance.
yeah, exactly. No,
like,
you can't.
It,
I mean,
it's,
So you lose in life, you win sometimes and you lose sometimes. It's a matter of like timing.
it's so funny
No.
because I just see all my friends just lying to themselves every year, and I'm just like, boys, they're not gonna win.
No,
like it's
literally,
not gonna
it's
happen.
okay.
I'd like to see them like actually like push for a playoff spot this year, or well, they already have.
They
But,
already
like,
have
you know,
play- yeah.
push for like a win,
Win,
this year.
yeah.
But I mean, who knows?
Yeah. No, even with the Packers, I'm like, I as much as I really want them to win, it's like you see Kansas City out here and you're just like, fuck.
Yeah, like how are you beating this
gonna
team?
Beat, yeah,
Like,
how are you
come
not
on.
gonna- come on, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
I mean, Mahomes' dancing brother, he's a real, cheerleader, right?
Dude, he took that fame and just used it so well. I
Yeah,
didn't realize
literally.
this, but he was in a State Farm commercial with his brother.
Yeah.
No, the haircut one. I didn't know that he was actually in that one.
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah,
I did not notice.
It's funny because actually, whenever I see him on the Snapchat thing, I don't know why, I just like clicking on it
Just to see what he's up to.
Yeah, it's like, what is he doing?
See,
like,
and-
how is
and-
he so famous?
And that's the market he capitalized on.
I'm like the idiots like me, literally just, oh, Patrick Mahomes' brother. All right, let's see what he's up to today. All right, cool, dancing again, cool.
Wow, no way.
No way. It's so funny.
I don't like TikTok.
Yeah, it's funny because I love TikTok.
Well, I would love it.
Yes,
I would love it, but that's why I don't
But-
like it.
Exactly. Literally, that's exactly spot on because I like it so much that there are times where I just watch it for 3 hours and I go, huh, what have I done today
Yeah.
except for being on my phone? What
Yeah.
the fuck did I do?
Yeah, I put my screen time like on my second the second page of my home screen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I have to scroll past that every day, and I just look at it, and I'm just like 3 hours, or see like 4 or 5 hours. I'm just like, fuck.
No, yeah, recently, I think it's because I've been hanging out with her or like doing, I have a job, so I can't really be on my phone too much.
Yeah.
But recently it's been like 2 hours
Yeah.
max.
It's
So I've
awesome.
just been like, oh my God, thank God. Not, wasting my life.
Yeah, I think it would be lower for me if I had something to do, but right now I'm just on break and I got my work is hard.
Now you have this.
Yeah, but like I mean, I am doing this, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I mean, video editing is pretty. I mean, it's hard to be honest.
It is hard.
You gotta have a lot of work.
Yeah, it's mostly learning. It's like learning. I don't want to say it's like learning a new language, but it is. Yeah. Well, you have to learn how to do it. You have to learn how to like use the program that you're using. Like I brought Premiere, which again it's just been killing my bank account. Like it's like $200 a year. So I'm just scrolling through and I just see like the $20 taken off every month. It's like fuck, I didn't use it enough.
I did. Yeah, I get that.
But like with video editing though, it's a lot of fun because when you have the stuff that you're making, right? When you have like all the video taken care of, you have all the shots and everything. You're given all the tools. Yeah. Then it's just storytelling.
Yeah, literally.
That is incredibly fun. That's why I do it. That's why I enjoy it. But
that's why I watch the videos. I'm like, oh shit, like this person, I know this person. Like, what are they up to?
I'm not even talking about this podcast. I'm talking more about like just actual editing videos. That's what I've been doing recently. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to dive into that and actually like make that.
I think we talked about that when we went frisbee golfing.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
But yeah, with this though, it's just kind of like I gotta have something in my name, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I gotcha.
And also, like, people make a lot of podcasts, so if either mine works or I find someone else's I can do work for, I'll be financially stable. And I gotta do what I love too. So.
Plus, if you get good at it, you could make as much videos as you want. Literally. Yeah,
I'm gonna get good.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, you gotta find something you actually love. Yeah. So. And yeah, like you said, like I program like I do, well, I guess not C++, but like I do Python and what's it called, R code and MATLAB. Mm-hmm. So for engineering, we had to do some of that stuff. Literally, it is a new language. It's like an English language, just like dumbed down to like whatever you want it to be, almost. It's pretty fun, like finishing all the codes and like being like, wow, I literally like made that. Like I created that thing. Like holy crap! Like I can do this.
Yeah, it's cool. Like I remember doing like a little bit of coding at high school. God, I hated our teacher.
Yeah, that's enough. He hated me too.
He taught us accounting too.
I know. Remember?
He was an accountant.
Yeah, he was
an accountant. But I'll tell you what, he didn't know dick about C++ or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't get how he did that.
Whatever. Anyway, he was our teacher. So I remember like kind of like I put something together one time. I was like, this was really cool. Like this was kind of fun. Like I actually really enjoyed this. Like I kind of made it something that I wanted to make it, and it was cool. But I feel like I was never given. I didn't care about it enough originally to be like I didn't have that like
drive.
I shouldn't say care, but I didn't like love it right away.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like,
yeah, it's whatever. This is just another class.
Yeah, I'm doing it,
Yeah.
And I finished it. I did decent in the class, like whatever. But I part of me wishes that I had a better teacher, just so they would have like shown me how cool this stuff was.
It could be, yeah, literally, because that's what happened to me. Like, because it was the same thing. Like after programming, I was like, I will never be a programmer.
Yep.
And now I'm literally like having a major. It's industrial engineering and data science. And data science is literally programming and like data analytics. And like it's so much fun actually.
Really?
Because as surprising as it may be, it's actually so much fun because you get to like, I mean, you could use anything you want. Like it could be like, for example, one of the things was genetics. We were literally like, what is the probability of like this type of gene being implemented into this baby? And it like you do all the data behind it and all this stuff. And you could be like, well, this is what the baby could be like, or this is what the baby could be like. So it's like it's so much. Like statistics can be so much more than just like just data and a plot. Mm-hmm. It's like it could be actual like not only psychology, but it could be the ergonomics of something or like the I don't even know. Like there's just so much more to statistics and data.
I didn't have a good computer science teacher. I had a great statistics teacher. She made me actually really care about what I was doing. She was awesome.
Yeah, that's
so
what you need.
Seeing like. How, like she explained how they did it. She explained how it affected. Like I was learning about statistics while the COVID statistics were just coming out, so it was like a really interesting time to learn about statistics.
Yeah.
So it's like getting an idea of like that general knowledge just made me open my eyes to how much it's just like, if they say like something is like associated with, that means it's not proven.
Yeah, exactly.
That means it's not proven.
It means nothing. Yeah.
Like it sure there might be something to it, but like it's not. like it's not legitimate. Like it's not the statistical significance is what you need to be able to say. Yeah, this does this. This is
correlated. Hey,
yes,
it's literally
yes.
a correlation.
Yeah.
No, and it's so crazy because you see all these news, and they're just like, oh yeah, like 85% of people believe this, and it's like, well, let's look at the math.
Yeah, let's
and
think
then
about
you
who took the survey.
Yeah, who took their survey?
85% of those people
Exactly.
believe this.
Like, exactly. You have to have, there's like statistics is literally like, I forgot what the exact. There's an equation. You're like, you have to have at least 10,000 people of like different ethnic backgrounds, different like money backgrounds, and different like beliefs almost.
Yeah.
And in order to have all of that, then you can have the actual statistic of whatever you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really interesting.
There is a right way to go about it, but there's also an easy way to fake
everything.
To fake a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Which again comes to just like misinformation and stuff like that. But we've just been fed. I'm figuring out we've been fed our entire lives.
Literally,
like,
dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, just with even I saw a documentary on YouTube, which is a great way to start it.
That's the right way.
But it was like essentially it was saying that like they'd always been, the media and government has always like kind of connected with each other to try and like control how we think.
Yeah, there's always an agenda, literally.
It's pretty. If you look for it, it's there.
It's there, yeah.
So
literally.
like that's enough for me to be like, okay, yeah. But also, I already knew that people want me to think a certain way.
Yeah, exactly. No, I know. Yeah, for example, our parents, they probably want us to think a certain way. They don't want us to, go out and just live life and like get high and live on a farm or whatever. They want us to actually have a 9-to-5 job or something.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, literally. But sometimes it's just people live their lives. Everyone's different, so it's crazy because like some people just have to accept the fact that it's like, well, this is literally another person. They have their own way of thinking. They have their own way of like processing through everything. Like for me, my parents never understood ADHD until they like finally started looking up what the fuck is ADHD. Like how does it affect people?
Right.
And they started to realize if something takes time, I will be worse in it than if something's like harder. Like for me, I had last semester I had calculus-based classes.
Yeah.
All A's. And then I had like, what was it? It was like oh my god. It was called quality control. And this class is literally just, it's like accounting. It's just statistics and like data plotting and all, like you have to do it really slow. And I just did not, it was just I did so poorly because of the fact that it was like mindless stuff.
Yeah.
And I always had to like make sure like I did everything, so then it would take even more time, and I just wouldn't be able to finish as well as I wanted to or something.
See, that for me is like I don't think I have ADHD. I mean, I might have ADHD. Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I could go to a doctor, and if I find the right doctor, he'll tell me I have it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Really. But like with that though, it's like ADHD is seen a lot of time as a problem.
Yeah,
but
it's so weird.
Definitely not. You're thinking faster, right? It's harder for you to focus, but you think real fast.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not like this. We couldn't like get a positive spin on this. There's no reason to try and like bring you back down to like what other people learn things at. Just like that doesn't make sense to me.
No, exactly.
Like giving a 7-year-old kid Adderall just sounds like a terrible idea in my mind.
So bad, literally.
Like that type of stuff I don't think is helpful. I think that if you're a teacher, just deal with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's your job.
It's your job. Yeah.
Obviously some kids are harder to control than others.
Very hard, especially if their parents are like, no, you can do whatever.
Yeah, I've talked to a couple teachers. I've gotten to know a few of them personally, and I'm just like, you ever just like have those kids where you're like, this one's gonna end up in jail? Like, yep.
Yep. Literally. Oh,
like,
that's sad.
I mean,
but it's so true.
It's true. Yeah. Like especially if like you go to any school at all.
Literally any school.
There are plenty of people who aren't gonna end up like. I don't want to sound like an asshole when I say this, but like aren't gonna end up doing much.
No.
You know, like they'll either end up in jail or because those people exist. They got to start somewhere, and you probably got to know a couple of them. Yeah,
there's always going to be winners. There's always going to be losers in life. So,
I mean, but it's also crazy just to just tell someone that they have a disorder when they're that young.
Yeah,
exactly. Something with you is wrong. Yeah. Like you don't understand what that means. You don't understand what they're actually saying. Yeah. What it actually is. You're like, well, how would you describe ADHD right now?
Your brain thinks of things differently. It's a whole process that you think of differently.
Yeah, and then imagine being told that like.
Well, you just think differently. It's like, well, what does that mean? Like,
no. Even then, that's not that bad because like if then being told, oh, I have ADHD, I have this limitation. Yeah, you know,
it's crazy because I think it's not even a limitation. Like, I think it's actually a strength. if you use it right. Just being able to use it right is kind of difficult.
There's no, and you're not going to find those people that know how to use it right if we just give a bunch of people drugs and Adderall and don't teach them how to do that. Like, if anything, we could just create like different courses for people with ADHD. I don't know if we do that, which obviously requires a lot more money.
More money, yeah. And
so that's not a real solution. Yeah. But, like,
yeah.
I mean, come on. There's definitely, at this point, there's no reason why there can't be someone who makes an online course or something about like, hey, this is how we handled our kid's ADHD. He says it worked pretty well. Like that's going to exist in a relative amount of time.
Well, even in elementary school, I mean, you had the ELL codes. Jesus, words. But yeah, you had like the, did you not?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so it's like, I
don't know what you said. What did you say?
Oh, ELL.
ELL?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, 2 L's. ELL.
Oh.
Lol. Oh. So basically, it's like these kids that are like from foreign countries, and they have to like try to learn English. Yeah. They could like, I mean, I was put in it because I had a lisp, and people were like, "Well, this kid is kind of stupid." So
no, because you had ADHD and you had a lisp, and they thought you were dumb.
Yeah, pretty much. So I was right up in there. So it was pretty funny, but it was actually like it was kind of fun because it was like time out of class. I mean, maybe it was like bad for me at the time, but like at the same time it was like good almost because I was able to like really sit down and be like, all right, I have to read slower. I can't be like skimming through everything and trying to like to create words that aren't even there because that's what happens. I do that a lot too.
Yeah, I can't read for shit. Yeah. It's just a lot of me just like getting bored looking at a piece of paper, which is my own problem.
Yeah.
I did kind of like try reading a book the other. I read a book.
You read a book? A whole book?
No.
just part of it.
I started it and I was like, the reading isn't that bad, and then I put the book down.
I never touched it again. That makes sense.
It was like a book I read when I was a kid, so I was never really intending on finishing it. But anyway, I started like, for me, reading was always an issue because I would always go too fast, and I'd be like, I'm bored. I'd just trying to get through it because it was so tedious. Like I hated it.
Literally.
And like, I also think I have dyslexia. Same thing with the whole ADHD. I can go to a doctor that would tell me I have dyslexia. I can go to a doctor that would tell me I don't.
Yeah.
So, so like, what's it matter? Either way, reading sucks for me. I did a little bit of the, it was like when I was in 3rd grade, I went to like some like phonics stuff that didn't help me at all. It was like, really? I got to leave English class and I got to play games, the computer.
Yeah. The exact same thing.
I'll tell you what, it didn't do anything for me. I was left to my own devices just messing around. I didn't pay attention to the game. I didn't do anything. I was like, this is stupid. Yeah. I was in 3rd grade. I was 9. I was like, whatever. Yeah. I mean, not to mention just like the whole idea of sitting in class, like especially for people. I mean, I don't want like for people who just like want to move or think a lot or do whatever. Yeah. Like I was always looking out the window.
Yep.
You know, like I would always look out the window because that was always like the most interesting thing. I could allow my mind to actually kind of like function a little bit instead of just like looking at like someone who just talk about boom, 1 + 1 = 2. Like,
I know this.
Like, we've been taught this stuff, and it's not like the stuff that you're teaching us is even interesting. Yeah. I don't need to know what a direct object of a sentence is.
Yeah, literally, it's like
I'm sorry, I don't need to know, but I know how to speak English, so I can already do it.
Yeah.
If the only thing that would really be helpful with is like learning a new language, which I want to do eventually, but like not yet.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I actually think the way I think of languages is I think of them as like almost an equation. Like you have, because like for whenever Neville was actually the one who kind of like made me realize this. So whenever I structure a sentence, you're always gonna need a verb, a noun, subject, right? It's almost an equation. You need this, you need this, you need this. You have to look back and see like, hey, do I have all this stuff?
That's why I like the direct object stuff.
And literally. Yeah. And then you go back, and then you could move on to your next sentence if you have everything and you're like okay with how it's structured and how it's turned out. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of how you look at it. I realized that, too, when I was taking Spanish in college. Yeah. Because I took Italian in high school, and that actually did not end well. And then,
well, you also had a tough teacher. I felt kind of bad for you guys, actually. I could not do it.
She didn't let us get through if we didn't understand the language. So I guess I really can't be too mad at her. Like, I'm really not upset. I don't like the way that she taught because she didn't help people who were struggling. Me.
Yeah.
But like, it also, I mean, I wasn't trying. I'll be honest. I wasn't trying at all.
Yeah.
But like with the other classes, when they got to like college level Spanish, like I was learning that. That was different. I did well in those classes.
Really?
Yeah. Like nice. Like I actually learned like how to speak Spanish a little bit.
Really?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Like enough to where like if I was thrown in Spain, I could like get food, and maybe book a hotel.
Fair enough. That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need anyway.
Yeah, and then eventually somehow get money.
Yeah, somehow, yeah, exactly.
But like, yeah, it's like, you know, like, it was a way of looking at it. What I kind of viewed it as, because I used to think that language was like math in the sense that like, what you had to do was there was one word for every other word, right? Like, ball equals pelota, and then like, I didn't understand the idea of conjugation because I didn't know like I was conjugating.
Yeah, no, I get that.
That
Conjugations
was
are a little tough.
Dude, you want to hear about my Spanish teacher in grade school?
Yeah, sure.
She was from Guatemala.
Oh.
Her name was Mrs. Mexicanos.
Really?
Think about that for a second. What does that mean, Brad?
Miss Mexico.
Yeah.
Why?
She came in and she was like, "My name is Mrs. Mexico." Like, I don't know, because that's definitely not her real name. Like, there's no way that's her real name, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never heard of someone saying
exactly. But anyway, like, so I was taught by her, and I don't think she had,
idea.
I have my own, like, but I don't think she had a degree. I don't think that she, like, had any idea how to teach, because we tried learning conjugations in 7th grade, and then we all looked at her, because we'd known her since we were 5, and we were like, fuck no.
Yeah,
and then we just
literally
didn't do it. Like, she had no plan ever at all. Like, Spanish class was just like, she'll come in and we'll just talk about colors. Like, she didn't care a single second of any of the time that she spent there. So it was like, Spanish to me, it was a joke. Like, I was like, okay, I have to take a language, whatever, I don't care. But it's like going from that to Italian, where the teacher was from Italy and she gave a damn. Also, Mrs. Mexicanos, again from Guatemala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why?
So, like,
How?
She had this crazy ass story of I think it was like she had a teacher that she didn't like, I think she said she kept eggs in her bra, and she would pull them out and eat them. So like her and like some boys that she knew, like one time when she was getting off a bus, got a bunch of eggs and just fucking threw them at her.
Oh my god, that is terrible.
She told the story to like a bunch of 4th graders.
Yeah, geez, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it was really funny actually.
Some kid shows up with eggs.
There was one point where we're supposed to do a report on a Mexican legend or like folklore.
Oh, okay, yep.
One kid just made something up.
No way.
He just said, "Oh yeah," it was 8th grade. He was like, "Oh yeah, Alberto.
Alberto.
It's a bird that comes by and like is always watching.
Kidnap people. Oh my
yeah,
God,
something like that.
Literally.
He just pulled it all out of his ass, and we were all just dying laughing because we all knew it was fake.
Yeah.
And she was just kind of like, "All right, sure," and she just kind of
it's
kept it
like,
going, and you know, like that was my Spanish class.
So it's literally and then you move to
like...
Italian. Oh my God, that's so great. No, that actually. Fuck, what was it? There was a class where we had to do a speech with note cards. Was that
speaking?
Was that
public speaking? We had to
was it public speaking? I don't know.
I
forgot. I just remember I forgot my note cards and I had to do my speech, and I literally just right out of my ass just the entire time. I was like, it's this. I think it was about baseball. I was trying to teach people how to swing a baseball bat.
Were you now?
Yes, and that was quite interesting.
How'd it work?
Terrible.
Wow.
I got a B+ though. That's all that matters, right?
I mean, I got shit.
Oh.
Cutting.
Ghost. Cut.
Do I play Pokeball?
I do. What is that? The
Ultra Ball.
Ultra Ball?
Yeah. Okay. I know you were a Pokemon man for a while.
I know I was, and then I have not played in a while.
Yeah, I haven't really either. I'll like act like I want to get back into it, and then I start up a game, right?
Yeah.
And then I level up my guy to like level 10, and then I'm out.
Yeah, and then you're just like, yeah, you know what?
And then I get because it's tough because I don't want to play on this fucking like DS anymore.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Yeah, it's nice on the Switch, but at the same time, it's like it's not. It doesn't feel the same for some reason.
Well,
I don't know why.
I think the new games are like weird.
Yeah.
They seem
shittier
and easier.
Yeah, literally, and it's crazy because like I remember like, and especially in Pearl, I literally grinded that shit so hard, and then like, I don't know, like now that I had everything, I was like, well, it's like kind of pointless. I can't even upgrade my the Pokemon or send them off to the new games or anything.
Why not? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I know, but you have to pay money. I don't wanna pay
Oh,
money.
yeah. Okay. You do.
See,
I mean, is it worth it? I lost my.
maybe.
I lost my. So I had Pokemon Platinum was my first game.
Yeah.
I had all my guys from like, then I played through White. I think I played through like Leaf Green too.
Okay. Yeah.
And like in the Heart Gold Soul Silver. All my guys into one game.
Yep.
Went to California, lost it.
No.
I was devastated.
Yeah, I would be
That
too.
killed me. Like I haven't gotten attached to a Pokemon since.
Because yeah, same thing with me. I still have my Pearl, thank God. But I've transferred all my from Gold, like the original Gold.
Wow.
So I have all the I have Ho-Oh, I have Articuno, Zapdos from the original games.
Damn.
And I also have the Ruby Red. I still have that, and along with Emerald, because I wanted to get Dialga not Dialga, the Emerald person, the dragon thing, the
Rayquaza.
Rayquaza. Yeah, I wanted him.
nerds.
Yeah, I know. I know, brutal. But also, I wanted Rayquaza and also Groudon, because if you have Ruby, you can't have Groudon, and if you have Emerald or Sapphire. I think it's Sapphire. But anyway, I have them all three of them. So thank God.
You still have all
I
your
literally
guys
have
still?
all of the
That's
guys.
lucky.
It's so nice. And then I actually action replayed so I could get
I did a lot of that too.
yeah,
Darkrai.
literally. Darkrai and Shaman. I wanted to level up Shaman. So
With the games though, is like how like they used to be a challenge.
yeah, no, now it's like easy.
It took me so long to beat Cynthia for the first time, which was the boss of the first game I played.
Okay.
It took me so long to beat her.
Yeah.
And now it's like you don't even have to have your guys like fight to have them get better, which doesn't make any sense.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
In the new games, you have to. Is it just running or something?
Remember the experience share? So like you'd give the guy an item, they get half the experience.
Yeah.
So imagine that, but like all of them to your entire party.
Literally, you could just be
you don't have to
sending
do
items.
anything, dude.
Oh my God.
You get up to like level in X and Y, you get up to like levels 50 or 60, 70 by the end of the game without even trying. It's just, and the stories are not good enough either to get you through it, which is just tough.
Yeah, that's tough.
But Sinnoh remakes are rumored for like 2021.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh yeah. If they do that, I'm definitely buying it for the
Yeah, me
Switch.
too. I'll buy
Dude,
the Switch
absolutely.
too.
Absolutely. Because actually, what was it? It was a team. Who was the team of that? Was it
Galactic.
Yes.
They had a cool storyline. It was
They
like
did.
the bad guy wanted to like, he's very angsty.
Yeah, he was angsty.
He wanted to like create this like new dimension and like get rid of the like have
The current
was
one
it
or
was
whatever?
it was it have people in this reality like cease to exist, have them go to the new one, or like either way he didn't want Pokemon.
Yeah, he didn't want Pokemon.
I know that for
basically.
sure.
I know. But then maybe it was cease to exist. Maybe he just wanted to
end it all?
Yeah, end it all. Jesus.
He just wanted to end it
Pretty
all?
dark for a 12-year-old game.
It was kind of dark, wasn't it? That's
Yeah.
why I liked it though so much.
Yeah.
Because like it talked about something that was just really interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
Like-
That's like a new concept. There's
Yeah.
wow, like realities. There could be other ones.
Yeah, that one
Crazy.
and Pokemon Black and White, where they talked about like, I guess they were essentially PETA.
Yeah.
That was interesting too.
That
But
was very interesting.
what I really liked about it, the most, was it was very predictable in the sense of like you knew the bad guy didn't actually care about it. But that's
Yeah.
how the world
That's
works,
literally
you know?
yeah. It's like
Do you think?
well, PETA's like they actually kill dogs apparently.
Yeah, like how much
Like-
do you think they really care about individual animals, and how much do you think they care about just keeping their organization running?
Organization. Literally, it's all about the organization.
It's all about power, man. It's always been about power.
Yeah, literally, it's like crazy, and you see all these like CEOs and whatever, and like they're like it's all about the money in the end. It's so crazy.
Yeah,
No,
that's an awful way to live.
It is, and like there's no. I mean, if you want money, money is literally never ending. Like you're never gonna achieve it.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
never have enough money because there is no there. You don't need any.
Yeah,
like
literally,
that's
yeah.
the thing.
Literally,
You want enough to be able to like support your kids, give them
Yeah.
like food and stuff, but
Yeah.
like
you don't need to be a billionaire. I was thinking about it, and I was like, why the fuck are billionaires a thing? Like,
yeah,
absolutely
greedy
invest.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, what the hell? Like, you don't need that much money. It's crazy.
I mean that's like why I don't really trust people who have a lot of money at all.
Yeah, no, because they always have an agenda. They has to.
Yeah, they want something.
They'll
Because
always-
like
yeah.
once you already have the thing that you want, and like money can't satisfy you. So if you think you're gonna get satisfied when you have enough money, you're gonna be like, oh, I want more money. Then you realize you want power. Then you're just gonna try and go for more and more power. But power is endless too, in the sense that there's, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
So it's like.
And only that, so one day, once you get the power or whatever, there's gonna be another person who wants your power. So it's gonna be an endless cruel, it's a cycle of jealousy. Yeah, literally.
It can't go away, which is really interesting because it will never go away, and for as long as everything exists.
Yeah.
But you can just not be a part of it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I know, because for my goal, it's never about money. Literally, I just want to have a little mini farm by a creek or something, be able to go tubing with ATVs and stuff.
Yeah.
Have
a fun life.
Yeah, literally, have a fun life. And I just want, my goal is to have 2 houses, one near where I actually live, where I could go to work and all this, and then another one near a beach or some shit like that. So you could.
Me and my sister were talking about splitting a house in St. Martin.
Oh really?
Have you been there before?
I've not, but I've heard of it.
It's so pretty. Yeah. It's gorgeous. Here, wait. Let me see if I can pull up the thing. It's on my watch. It'd be really cool to live there, or get a retirement home, something like that. There. I mean, that place is gorgeous, right? I went there for a little bit for on a cruise, and it was it was fantastic.
That makes sense.
What was I talking about before that? Oh yeah, a place to live.
A place to live.
Yeah, just somewhere else.
Yeah.
I visited my girlfriend's family's little cabin that they have up in Wisconsin on the river.
Really?
Between Michigan and Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous.
Really? Yeah,
awesome.
It makes sense. Yeah.
You can just go out. Literally, their backyard is the river. So
that is so nice.
So they just pop on out of there, and we went fishing. I got to do all that.
Yeah.
I caught a fish. I ate the fish.
Oh.
Weird experience.
She's a Pete. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, she. If we catch the fish and we eat it, she's fine with it. She doesn't like catching the fish and then no.
Do you want to hop on this for a second? Because I'm interested to get your opinion.
Okay, I'll tell you a story.
Yeah.
Wait, make sure get a little bit more in. Brad, get up.
Okay. Jeez.
Give her the headphones too.
Okay.
Okay, what was it?
Okay, so when I was little, I went fishing with my grandpa. And I went as far as to take the worms and go run into the forest and dig them into the ground. And I grabbed a bluegill, cut my hand up, throwing it back into the water. I don't know, I just feel bad. I don't hurt it.
You feel bad for the fish?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm a horrible person because I still eat the fish. So.
No, you're definitely not bad because of that. You gotta eat to live, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just weird. A lot of people do get really upset about the idea of killing something, just because you're killing something. But I watched the show Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know if you.
I've actually seen that.
Let's go, dude.
I saw Brotherhood.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
They were talking when they were on the island. They were talking about how the all is one, one is all thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with all of that, what they did was they had there was a scene where he was gonna die or whatever. Essentially, he was starving, and then he eats some ants off of the floor, and he's like, oh, that was disgusting. But then he kind of realized he's like, if I didn't do that, I'd die.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything kind of just, I don't know, because you become what you consume in a sense. It's just kind of this weird idea of being able to do you have an idea what I'm saying? Can you pick up from this horrible example?
I know what you're talking about. It doesn't take the guilt away from me though.
Okay, that's fair.
It's just you see it and you it has its life, and it has its feelings and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't stop me though. I still eat meat. I don't know what would stop me. It's horrible.
I mean, it's fair because I was cutting up a chicken today, and this chicken breast was just this thick, and immediately when I saw that, I was like, damn, that's not good. Because you know where you can pull the chair up so you can both get in and both use the mic.